Hi, and welcome to the Loan Officer Team Training Podcast. My name is Irene Duford. I'm your host for today, and I'm doing a solo episode today to follow up with episode 57 that I did with Kenny Duford about a loan partner. And if you haven't listened to that one yet, you might want to listen to that one first. But I promised during that time that I would do a follow-up about how to hire a really good loan partner. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The first thing that you're going to want to do is have a clearly defined job description. You don't want to hire somebody if you don't know what they're going to be doing. You need to sit down, take some time out of your day with no distractions, and maybe you already have a job description, but if you don't, make sure you have a job description. What do I want that person to do for me? And be very clear about what you're looking for. That's going to be really important. So you may want a loan partner that's going to take it after you have qualified the buyer and you like qualifying the buyer, and that's perfectly good. Then they take it from contract to close. And so map that out. What is it that you want them to be doing? Or you may be wanting to hire someone who is going to do the loan consultations for you. The person who's really skilled at doing loan consultations, they know guidelines, they know how to structure loans, they know how to talk to people. They know how to convert people to say, yes, I want to work with you. That is a really important role. And that is what we call a mortgage expert or a loan partner who does the loan consultations. It's really important that you get somebody who is aligned with your vision and goals. Make sure you know exactly what you're looking for as far as what their qualifications are, and also somebody who aligns with your goals and vision. You want somebody who doesn't want to go get the business. They don't want to bring it in. They don't want to have to go out and do networking and make cold calls and make warm calls and all of that stuff just to bring business in the door. They don't want to be on commission, that's for sure. And during our WOW training, I always ask the people, how many of you here would love to be 100% on commission? And crickets. Nobody raises their hand because that's not the position they're in. I do that on purpose because as I'm going through what each role is, I'm trying to show them that the loan officer is responsible for getting all of that. They're 100% on commission and they're out getting the business. So they need a really good loan partner in the office to make sure that they take care of everything. So that's why I do that. And it really is interesting. They really don't want that role to go out and be 100% on commission and have to go get the business and rely on bringing it in. But the difference is once the deal comes in the door, once the client calls or comes in the office or texts, they are happy to take care of them. They're happy to be a support to the loan officer. They're happy to take great care of people and give them a wow experience. They're happy to follow a checklist if they know what they should be doing. And you want to hire someone who knows what they're doing. That is my big thing, is making sure you hire someone that already has the skills. Because if you don't, you're going to have to train them all the way from the very beginning. And we have classes for that on loanteamtraining.com. We have some classes that are online courses to teach brand new people. But it's going to take you longer to get up and running with building and growing your business if you don't have somebody that knows what they're doing. It's going to be constant interruption, even if they don't want to interrupt you. So you have a choice. You can either go with someone that they already know what they're doing, or you can bring someone new who has perfect alignment with your visions. They're really good with people. They know how to talk to people. They've had a lot of customer service in the past. They're really smart. They really want to help you and they're fast learners. Get a list together of the things that you're looking for in that person. And part of it is skills, mortgage skills. But the other part is how they are with clients, how they are with you as a support to you. All of that's really important. So make sure they align with your visions and goals. Do you want an in-person or a remote person? That's going to be really important. You'll have way more success quickly finding somebody typically that is virtual because you have more to choose from if it's virtual. But you can decide which one is more important to you. And then you have to know the salary you're going to pay them. Is it with bonuses or is it without bonuses? And then clearly define that in writing for yourself, so you have that in front of you when you're interviewing them. There is a way that you can do an ad on a video if you want to, like you can put it in Indeed or in WiseHire or any one of those. There's some really good employment websites that allow you to find somebody. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but you can do a video talking about what you're looking for. That creates a lot of attention. I have a friend that has done that race, and he did a great job with that. And he told people what he was looking for, exactly what he was looking for in a person and in their skills, and how it was going to work, where they were going to be remote. And he was very clear about it. So that might be a good way for you to do it. There's a whole list of places to find loan partners to hire. There are a ton of resources. If you want a really long list of great resources, you can reach out to us on our website. Go to loanteamtraining.com and put in a comment there, and we will be happy to send you that. Leave your email address, and we'll be happy to send you that list of places to find people to hire. One of the companies that I recommend is WiseHire. WiseHire is a great resource to find people that have the skills that you're looking for. The thing about WiseHire that's different from Indeed or some of the other ones is you put your ad into one place, which is WiseHire, and they will send the ad out to everybody for you. That list that I've just told you about has at least 75 places to find someone to hire. And a lot of people won't do the work to find someone to hire. And that's the issue. The work has to be done to find the person. If you have access to disc profiles, I recommend doing a disc profile on everybody that comes to find a job with you. I would definitely do that. And then the other thing is set up your interviews. Are they going to be done virtually? Are they going to be done in person? But make sure that you do it on video at least, because you want to see what that person looks like. You want to know their body language. And if somebody wants to use Zoom with them, and if they want to, like, they may need to get a video out on something. Maybe they're explaining something and their face is going to be on the video. So you want to make sure the way they show up to the interview matters to you, because you want to make sure that they're not going to be working in their pajamas and never been able to do a video or seen anybody on Zoom. At least that's my personal opinion. And then set expectations for the role, for the loan partner role. Make sure they know how to ask for business and know that it's part of their job description. And when I say ask, I'm talking about explaining to them, like we do in the WOW training, that they're helping people when they ask for referrals. Because if they don't ask and the people don't know that you as a loan officer are looking for their referrals, then what will happen is they won't ask, they won't know, and no loans will come in because the loan partner is not asking. Remember, the loan partner is the one that talks to the clients more than anyone, because they're dealing with the day-to-day stuff. And so if a good opportunity comes up for them to ask for referrals, that's just a different way that they say goodbye each day. And so each time they talk to them on the phone. So it's important that they learn that that's part of their job description. Now that may not be part for you. Maybe you don't think it's important, but I'll tell you what, if they will ask for referrals in a way that shows that they're helping, because if they get the mindset, which is what we teach in the WOW training, we teach them the mindset that if they don't ask, the person on the other end, the client, will not know that they're looking, and then their friends and family may not get referred because they don't know that you're looking for a referral. They don't know that they see the loan officer so successful and their team doing such a great job that they don't know that the loan officer is looking for referrals. They don't know the loan officer is 100% on commission and that they're looking for more business unless they're asked. But remember, when the loan partner is asking, they're asking because they're helping people. Because if they don't ask and that person doesn't refer their friend to them, that friend may go somewhere else and not get a great experience, a WOW experience. And so you really want to make sure that they're going to get a great experience. And so you're actually helping people when you ask. And the people on your team need to know that. They need to understand that you're helping people. As a mortgage advisor, you know that having a high-performing loan team is critical to building a successful business. But training them can be time-consuming, and it can detract from more important tasks like generating leads and growing your business. But that's where we come in. We created Loan Assistant Mortgage Training Bootcamp, a self-paced online course available immediately to train your team, including newer loan officers, on how to actually do mortgage loans. Our course takes them step by step through the process, from taking a complete loan application to creating effective communication with clients, referral partners, and team members. When they complete the class, they will have the training to be an asset to you and your mortgage business. Visit loanteamtraining.com and navigate to the Loan Assistant Mortgage Training Bootcamp tab to review our course details and enroll. With our training, you can confidently delegate and devote your time to growing your business even more. Share some sample scripts with them. Have them role play with you. How comfortable are they saying those things? Make sure that if you hire them to convert borrowers, make sure they actually know how to look up guidelines. They know how to structure. Give them a test. Get a loan that you have, or do a dummy loan, so to speak, where there's no names, no information on there about the client, but give them different scenarios and talk through how they would structure that loan. The biggest mistake I see people make is the number one mistake is that they don't clearly define the job description. But the second biggest mistake is not testing the loan partner when they get ready to hire them. They talk to them, they're impressed by them, and then they don't test them. So if someone doesn't want to be tested, then they're going to have an attitude when they come to your team. Like if I know I'm good, I don't need to be tested. Unless you know them really well and you've worked with them before and you know they know their stuff, I would test them to test their knowledge to make sure. And then always make sure to review with them the fact that they're going to be using your name a lot. Irene asked me to give you a call. Irene asked me to go over this with you. Irene and I were talking, and this is what we're looking for. Use the name of the loan officer. The loan officer's name needs to be used all the time. Let them know that they bring referrals into the team, that the incentive is having a great team to work with. And if you give bonuses, you can structure that too. It depends on the way you want to do it. But they are expected to ask for referrals in a way that's very warm, and you will teach them how to do that. Social media, make sure that they represent you and the company well. Make sure that they know that they're going to let their friends and family know about you. And you only hire people that want to be part of an awesome team, and that they understand the role very well, that they know exactly what they're getting into. I like to explain 5 filter questions that I learned from Carl White and Tammy. I love these filter questions. So instead of putting fires out yourself, you want someone that's going to be a loan partner to help you put fires out. And so you're going to have them ask first, before they come to you with anything, they need to do some research. And then they're going to come to you and they're going to say, hey, Irene, here's the situation. This happened on the loan. Here's what I did. You're going to tell me what you did. And then here's the result of what I did. And then tell me what that result is. Here's what I think we should do. And then tell me what you think you should do as a loan partner. And then here's my question. Most of the time, by the time they've gotten from 1 to 4 of those questions, they've answered it themselves. And most of the time, they won't even come to you with the question. But on the times that they need to, that's okay. They tell you, here's my question. And then most of the time, you just let them know whether they came up with the right answer or not. So that's what I like to call the 5 filter questions that you ask your staff to ask themselves before they come to you to help solve an issue, so that you're not the firefighter. We want to make sure that they take that role of being the firefighter away from you, or at least do some research before they come to you. Make sure you're paying attention to their email, their grammar, how they write, things like that when they send it to you. Do they have a good sounding voice? For brokers, do they know the broker world? Are they coming from a bank? Any of the big banks, they're not going to know exactly how a broker works. But if you're willing to show them, and they're really good in every other area, it might be somebody you hire, or you might only want to hire people that have worked in a broker world before. And then you're going to ask a lot of questions. Some examples. Are you currently licensed? I mean, that may be important to you. It may not. What is it about the loan partner position that you're attracted to? That's a question that you could ask. Is there anything about the loan partner position that you're concerned with? What would your processor say about your files? How do you organize your day? Are you willing to monitor emails and calls from clients and referral partners on the weekend? That may not be a thing for you, but it might be. It depends. Whatever you need are the questions that you need to come up with. And I have a ton of questions that you could ask. I'm happy to send them to you if you go to loanteamtraining.com and put in a comment there with your email address and ask for the questions when you're hiring people. I'm happy to do that as well. Testing is really important. I know I talked about that in a minute, but give them a file, a dummy file with income calculation, with structuring a loan information. Just give them a dummy file with no client information. So there's no problem with sharing client information on it, and test them. You want to make sure that if you're looking for somebody with good skills, that you're actually testing them on that. I cannot say that enough. I know I'm harping on it, but I'm telling you, that is the biggest mistake I've seen loan officers make, that they are so impressed with the person, the way they talk. And remember, good salespeople can be sold really easy because we enjoy being sold, but we got to make sure that they can back it up with their knowledge, not just what they tell us. And then next, decide who qualifies to be your amazing loan partner. Decline by email the ones that don't. Check the qualified candidates out on Facebook. Call your references. That's another one. Call the references. You can tell by somebody who's getting on the phone, if not so much if they don't answer you, because you can't really tell that, they might just be busy. But when you get them on the phone, you can tell if they have a hesitant sound to their voice or not. It's really important that you check your references. Do all of the compliance when you check references. Your company may do that for you, but you still want to talk to their immediate person that they work with to verify and see what they thought of them. You can kind of tell. And then you offer them the job. I think I like knowing somebody's language of appreciation. So if you go to appreciationatwork.com, you can find a little test. I think it's like $15. And it's not a test, it's just an inventory. And what happens is you do your inventory for yourself and for your team, and you find out what's their language of appreciation. So that might be a good topic to cover on a podcast, but I just want to let you know that that's important as well. I know when I hired my assistant, not in the mortgage business, but my assistant at Loan Team Training, I had her take that inventory as well. And it turns out we have the same language of appreciation. So it makes it really easy to work together. And you don't always have to have the same language of appreciation, but it really helps if you know what theirs is. So you speak in their language. So go to appreciationatwork.com and you can get some really good information about that. And I'll cover it also. It's actually from the book, The 5 Languages of Appreciation in the Workplace by Gary Chapman and Paul White. And we'll cover that in a later podcast as well. So those are the things to find a really good loan partner. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope if you have any questions, that you'll reach out. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate you for listening. And I hope that you've had great value from today about hiring. Let us know if you have any questions, and have a wonderful day. And do me a favor, share this podcast with other loan officers that you know. I really appreciate that. It helps us get more known, and it helps us do really well in our business as well. And so we appreciate that. We'll talk to you soon, and enjoy every minute of this next week.